Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back from the ad break. You are still watching Prime Life. Now, up next, we are joined by Qudsiyah Kassim, who is a registered dietitian, and she will be, talking to us about a very interesting topic, which is the hype around gut health. Now, this is a hot topic amongst health enthusiasts these days, and she will be sharing her insights on the importance of maintaining a balanced and healthy gut, but most importantly, also just debunking some popular myths surrounding gut health the gut health hype, and also providing practical tips to enhance your overall well-being. Assalamu alaikum, Qudsiya. Jazakallah so much for joining us on Prime Life, and welcome.
Walaikum salam. So good to be here.
Jazakallah so much. Now, there is a buzz surrounding gut health happening and the importance of a healthy microbiome. Can you explain what the gut microbiome is?
Of course. So the gut microbiome is a collection, almost like an ecosystem, made up of hundreds and thousands, even millions of microorganisms. This is mainly made up of bacteria, but can also include fungi and viruses that live within your gut, mostly in your large intestine. These microbiomes help us digest our food, absorb nutrients, protect us against illnesses by regulating our immune system, and the gut also communicates with the brain. Interesting fact I'd like to also mention is that your gut microbiome starts when you are in utero. So when your mom is pregnant with you, this is when your gut microbiome starts developing. So your mom's maternal health, the stress she has, the food she eats in utero, when she's pregnant with you, even before she's pregnant with you, her gut health massively impacts your gut health as a baby already. So your gut microbiome is starting to develop before you're even born. And it doesn't stop there. Once you are in utero, your delivery choice also affects your baby's gut health. So whether it's natural birth or C-section, as we know, natural birth is better for the baby, as it exposes you to good bacteria, which is beneficial for your gut microbiome. Also, your feeding choices, formula versus breast milk. Breast milk is so important as it's made up of probiotics and HMOs, human milk oligosaccharides, which are just pumping good bacteria into your body. So your gut microbiome basically starts when you are before you're even born. So it's so important that pregnant ladies, before you even think of falling pregnant, when you're starting to fall pregnant, have a good gut health so that your baby's gut microbiome can be healthy. And you'll understand later on why this is so important to have a good, healthy gut microbiome.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Now, gut health has been tied to, a lot of conditions from depression to autoimmune disorders. Can you shed a light onto the scientific link between your gut health and these various conditions?
Absolutely. And this is so true. Your gut health has been majorly linked to depression and autoimmune conditions. There's lots of science behind this. Your gut and your brain are constantly in communication. This is called gut-brain axis, where your gut talks to your brain all the time. When your gut is not healthy, when there is more bad bacteria than good bacteria. This is what we call gut dysbiosis, an imbalance of bacteria in your gut. This affects the communication from your gut to your brain. Of course, then, when you don't have that communication, you will then start getting things like depression, anxiety, inflammation. And this is why some of this may happen. Your gut produces about 90% of your serotonin levels, and these are your happy hormones. So, of course, when your gut is not well balanced, your serotonin levels drop and you're not as happy anymore, and this can then lead to depression. Another thing happens when you're chronically stressed. Your gut you can get something called leaky gut. This is when your gut allows toxins to enter your bloodstream, and this then causes inflammation, which then causes things like arthritis. An imbalanced microbiota, so again, a gut that has more bad bacteria, can confuse your immune system, leading your immune system to kill off the wrong antibodies, and this can then lead to autoimmune diseases like thyroid issues, diabetes, etc.
Mm. Now, let's talk about the diet, because we do know that diet is a key factor to maintaining a healthy gut. What
Yeah.
foods, particularly, are good in promoting, your gut health and making sure that you are, overall healthy as a human person?
Okay, so firstly, can I just start by explaining why a good, healthy gut microbiome is so important? I mean, we all have a gut microbiome, but it's important to have a good, healthy gut microbiome. So, a healthy gut microbiome is one that is made up of more good bacteria than bad bacteria. So, a balanced, a happy, a good microbiome assists in making certain vitamins like vitamin K, vitamin B12. It assists with digestion of your food. It assists by absorbing nutrients. It also strengthens your immune system. It prevents skin disorders like acne, eczema, allergies later on in life, IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, constipation, bloating. So, a good, healthy gut microbiome is good for your overall health. When your microbiome is out of balance, and this is when there's more bad bacteria in your gut, like I said before, this is called dysbiosis. Sorry. Gut dysbiosis. The signs and symptoms of this are inflammation, bloating, gas, constipation, diarrhea, skin issues, eczema, acne, all of those. So now, obviously, we know that we want to have a good microbiome. So yes, there are foods that feed your good bacteria, and there's foods that feed your bad bacteria. The foods that are important to build a healthy microbiome are fiber-rich foods, your beans, your lentils, your soya, oats, stelbina, vegetables, and fruit. You want to eat more of those. You also want to include fermented foods in your diet, like kefir, kombucha, kimchi, etc. You want to have a lot of prebiotic rich foods because these feed the probiotics in your diet. These are onions, banana, garlic. You also want to include polyphenol rich foods like dark chocolate, yes, dark chocolate, berries, and green tea. You want to avoid the foods that are going to increase the bad bacteria. You're going to want to decrease the amount the foods that cause gut dysbiosis, and these are, of course, processed foods, tinned foods, a diet high in sugar, a diet high in alcohol, a diet high in artificial sweeteners like aspartame, and fried and oily foods. Now, I know a lot of people are probably thinking, oh, should I stop drinking sugar-free cold drink? So drinking just one glass, up to from 250 to 330 mils a day of these sugar-free cold drinks will not affect everybody. If you're a healthy person, if you exercise well, one glass a day will not affect you. But the moment you start drinking 3 glasses, 4 glasses, up to a liter of cold drinks that have aspartame in them, then yes, that is going to affect your gut health.
Mm. Thank you for sharing that with us. Now, recently there's been a hype on social media regarding, your gut health and all of that. And what we've seen going around is people, drinking tummy flush. What are the scientific basis to back this up? Is this like a good thing? Should people actually go and use this tummy flush? Is it a good thing?
No. So these type of trends that you find on TikTok and Instagram are very catchy, but often they lack real science, and this is the case with tummy flush. Um, this tummy flush drink that I've been seeing is made for constipation. It's written on the bottle for constipation. So yes, it may help with constipation depending on why you have constipation, but it's not going to rebalance your gut microbiome or any long-term issues that you may have. In fact, this may do more harm than good. If this messes with your natural gut rhythm, it's going to cause more harm to your body than good. The idea that one drink or one cleanse, so it's not just tummy flush, it's people are going on juice detoxes,
Mm.
thinking that this will flush your gut out and reset your system overnight. It's so unrealistic. No juice cleanse, no detox, no tummy flush, no one drink is going to fix your system overnight. I always tell my patients and people that I meet, if something sounds too good to be true, it usually is. So please don't take these things unless they're backed by science. And you will know if they're backed by science by speaking to a dietitian or any healthcare provider. Um, do not take these things. These are going to make your gut worse, and you're going to end up feeling worse overall with your.
Mm. I mean, Kutsia, this has been a very interesting conversation and definitely a very necessary one. And I really, really
Yeah,
hoped we would have more time, but unfortunately, we have run out of time. But before I let you go,
sure.
just a word of closing for those who might feel like all the information we've shared is just overwhelming and too much. What key advice would you like
Yeah.
to leave them with closing off?
Okay, so I'd like to say that start small and keep it simple. Stay consistent. Don't have a vegetable tomorrow, and if you don't feel a difference the day after, don't stop. you need to be consistent. Keep it simple. You don't need to be buying any supplements. You don't need to be going on a juice cleanse. Eat your food. So small changes. Start slowly. Start if you are a person who eats vegetables for lunch and that's the only veggies you have for the day. Start by introducing vegetables at dinner time. Also, if you're a person who eats meat or fish or chicken every day, swap out at least 2 meals per week towards with plant food. So, for example, instead of eating chicken or meat every day, at least twice a week, try and do beans or lentils or soya. Try and eat fermented foods more often. So, in the morning when you wake up, instead of taking a supplement, try and drink some kefir. Try adding kimchi onto your lunch. You know, this doesn't have to be done every day, but even if you do it once a week, move your body, exercise, go outside. It's so important to not just sit at home. Move your body. Even small things like yoga or breathing exercises can shift your gut in the right direction. You need to sleep better. Sleep is so important for your gut health. You need to reduce stress. Even one healthy change a week, not even a change every day, even one healthy change a week can shift your gut in the right direction. Your gut is like a garden. What you nurture will grow. If you nurture the good bacteria is going to grow. Focus less on perfection and more on creating healthy routine for your body, something that your body and your microbes and your gut can count on.
Mm. I mean, Qudsiya, this has been an amazing conversation with you. Inshallah, we hope to have you again so that you can be able to educate us on the importance of, gut health and overall well-being. So, Jazakallah so much for your time.
I mean, it's a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much. Viewers at home, that was Qudsiyah Kassim, who is a registered dietitian, and she was just speaking about the hype around gut health. But without wasting any time, let's go to a quick break. We'll see you right after this.